All right, so we're going to look at problem number 4. So when we're solving these, what we need to do is first figure out what they give us. So here we have the question, what is the current in a 120 V is a volt, circuit, if the resistance is 20, omega symbol means ohms. Okay, so they give us V here, they give us R here, and we're asking for I. So for our diagram's always going to consist of wire, some voltage source. So our voltage source is our battery. So when we look at the battery, the sticky outy bit is the positive, and the flat bit's the negative. The resistance, there's no light bulb, so we draw resistance like a up and down symbol because it shows as electrons are moving, they are resisted, they are pushed against. It's hard for it to travel. So we've got a smooth road, and then we have kind of this rocky road here that prevents them from moving freely. And that's what resistance is. So here we're going to label this area right here, the resistor R, and we're going to put our unit 20 ohms. Our voltage goes next to the battery. V equals 120 volts. And then for the current, we know that electrons are going to move in a circuit for electricity. So the electrons are going to move to go towards the positive side. So we draw the arrows so that it moves to the positive and away from the negative. So it goes down away from the negative here and up into the positive. So here we're going to write I. And since we don't know what I is, we're going to put question mark. So that's kind of our setup. Okay, to do the work, V equals IR is our equation. We know V, we know R, we have to solve for I. So we want to get I by itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide both sides by R so that this cancels out. We do the opposite because it's I times R. The opposite of multiplying by R is dividing by R. So this cancels. So we get I equals V over R. Okay, so this is our equation. This is going to be what we're doing for our answer. So it's going to kind of bleed over to our work. So I is equal to our V, which was 120 volts, divided by our R, our resistance, which is 20 ohms. So 120 divided by 20 is 6. We put in 120 divided by 20. We get 6. And since we're looking for I, our current, our answer is going to be 6 amps. And that's it. So hopefully this is helpful. A few things to note. One of the big parts of this is reading the problem and figuring out what they give you. They're always going to give you 2 numbers and ask you to find the third.